The next fills I'd like to elaborate on are doing fills quietly while you're having a louder beat. Now, this, you have to really watch the musical context. In all of these ideas, you're going to want to go, okay, now I practice this dynamic and I'm going to make it work in this band. You have to be reacting to your band situation, because sometimes those dynamics won't work musically and won't make sense. And that, again, is back to listening to music. You need to listen to music and find out what's working and why it's working, so that when you go to play, you will know what's going to work. If I hear that we're going to do some sort of funk groove with a triplet feel, I know I've got some sort of shuffle, halftime, full-time shuffle, and I know that I can work off some fills like that. So you don't want to attack a tune and go, I'm going to just put some of those crescendo fills in there because I just really love them. No, after a while, it's got to be just a part of you. I'm giving you lots of ideas that you need to experiment with and have control over it so that you can do them when you feel them. And you want to make sure that you don't force it into the music. There's nothing worse than having a feel forced into the music, and it throws the musicians off, and it's just, it makes you look bad. So with this section, you want to be really sensitive of where it is put in. It's kind of like the transition between eighth note triplets to 16ths. It's a weird type of feel, so you don't just throw those type of fills in with a ballad or something. It'll throw everything off. So with these fills, when you get quieter, the energy is going to drop, obviously, because it's quieter. So if you're doing a pretty heavy beat and then your energy drops in your fill, that might not be the best musical choice. So you have to listen to the music and where it's developing, what makes sense with the words, if there's lyrics, you know, so you got to take into all these different options, and the best way to find out what to do is to listen to music, all kinds of different styles, and just get different ideas. So with the quiet fills, again, we got low strokes. So I got a fill from the encyclopedia I'm going to do here, just 4 floor tom, 4 snare, 4 floor tom, 4 snare. The fill goes like this. Now we do that with a loud beat, or louder beat. And when you come from the beat, try to have the control when you get to the floor tom to not decrescendo it down into the quietness. But once you start, try to make sure it's quiet right away. So it's very abrupt. So here we go with the beat. Now I'm going to play a tune for you, and I'm just going to elaborate on some of those dynamic approaches of playing the fills quiet. I'm going to play fills quite often. Again, I don't suggest you do this with a band, because you probably won't be in the band very long if you do this. So these are just examples, because if I give you examples at the appropriate time at the end of the phrasing, you know, you're going to have 40 DVDs of just music and then the fill. So I'm just trying to get in lots of examples so you can get different ideas. You know, again, if you like what I do, just keep on rewinding it and just kind of watch the pattern that I play and just mimic it and take it as your own. So here's some musical examples of quiet fills with a louder beat.